What is up, my friends? Before we jump into this video about Bitcoin, I just wanted to announce really quick the 3 winners of the Empire Intelligence Alerts. That's right, if you paid attention to the last video titled I Need Your Help, I said in the very first comment, we're gonna give away 3 12-month Empire Intelligence Alert memberships, and there's a $7 coupon that I'm activating through the 5th, which you still probably have time at the time of you seeing this video. The promo code is Help Me, and you'll get $7 off on all the Teespring shops. And it's really that simple. So we had altogether 17 comments. It looks like 12 of them were unique. I'm gonna use this random YouTube comment picker. We're gonna do it right now together. I've already put in the URL, grab the unique comments, 12. Let's go ahead and click start. And it's gonna pick one. I hope it doesn't pick me. Oh, yeah, I guess it could. Okay, so first winner is Marcis Satu. Where is that comment? Let's see if I can find it really quick. This one right here with the comment nice. I didn't make any rules about what you needed to comment, so it's literally anything you want. So hey, get a hold of me. I'm gonna tell you how to get a hold of me in just a second, but congratulations, Marcis is the very first winner. Let's do another winner. This is winner number 2 now. And hopefully it'll let us do a third one. Judy Wells, congratulations, Judy. Judy's actually part of the community, been around for a really long time, supports us, and I really appreciate that. So congratulations. Looks like good karma just came your way. You also too get 12 months in the Empire Intelligence Alerts. Let me pick the last and number 3 winner right now. Who's it gonna be? Anthony Hu. Okay, great. Definitely learned a lot from you. Excellent questions most people don't ask, and would definitely appreciate podcast and interview industry leaders. You should connect with Pompliano and let me know if you want to try to link you to. Okay, Anthony, congratulations. So those are the 3 winners, guys. I'm going to go ahead and on the screen right now flash exactly the email that I want you to email out to. If you're in the Discord, just DM me in Discord. But the email is going to be on the screen right now. Just email that and let me know that you are one of the 3 winners, and then I will go ahead and get everything set up for you for your 12 months of the membership. Congratulations once again. Okay, let's get into that video. What is up, my friends? Welcome to this video. In this report, we are going to talk about Bitcoin. There's been a lot of things going on with Bitcoin, a lot of misreporting, and obviously a big pump yesterday. So let's talk about this. First off, if you are on the winning side of this, congratulations. There's been a lot of us that had positions in that were sitting patiently waiting to see which way it would break, up or down, and it broke out. So that was really nice to see. So if you've never seen a $1,000 candle in a stock or in anything before, this is what it looks like. This is $909, depending on the exchange. This is Bitstamp. There was other exchanges where it went well over $5,000 on this one candle, but that's what it looks like. That is a 23% candle, depending on the exchange. And look at the Bollinger Bands now. So anyway, that's what that looks like. That's where I wanted to start with this, but let's now jump into what caused this. Okay, so first off, as soon as this happened, everybody was watching Bitcoin. It was on every single Bloomberg terminal across the planet, okay? And everyone all of a sudden started paying attention. It was so insane that literally all the money bled out of altcoins, and all of my positions that I had opened hit their stop loss. So like all my positions but 2 were completely stopped out in altcoins because everything just drained out of altcoins into Bitcoin. And it goes the other way too, you know? Bitcoin goes up, more people come into Bitcoin, it starts to flow into altcoins. This is all part of the game. If you're brand new to this, then you have no clue, but if you've been here for a while like me, you know exactly what the deal is. So Bloomberg itself has been writing quite a bit of pieces on this, but it's funny that it happened on April Fools. Really funny actually. But April has always been a good month for Bitcoin, just in case you didn't know. We're going to talk about halving. We're going to talk about the case for why Bitcoin is important. But first, let's cover this. I don't even want to have this link open. Don't go to this link. This Matt Novak has no clue what he's talking about. He has no clue about Bitcoin, and it's very obvious in this piece. I have no clue why this got 240, what is that, 240,000? Well, it's gotten so many visitors now because people like are lighting this guy up. So apparently he's getting just roasted on Twitter and on the interwebs. Timcast already did a video on this. That would be a great video to watch, and some of the pieces about how journalism is dead. If you want to hear him rant about how journalism is dead, check out Timcast. I'm not going to rant about that. Instead, I'm going to just kind of pick at some of the stuff that he talked about. Bitcoin, the most popular cryptocurrency in the world, jumped to a 4-month high overnight. It was actually more than 4 months, briefly breaching 5,000 on a Bitstamp exchange. It hit higher on other exchanges. Bitcoin is up roughly 15% on the day. It's up over 20%, and traders are excited because it really seems like nobody learned their lesson during the last cryptocurrency bubble. So first and foremost, every market has waves. It has bubbles, if you want to call them that. I think a lot of the cheap shots that were taken at Bitcoin with Tulip Mania and, you know, Warren Buffett comparing it to rat poison squared is really just cheap shots and jealousy from people who don't understand it. Like, Warren Buffett is a guy who picks a different style of stocks and holds different types of positions. He was late to Apple, late to Google, late to Amazon. And you know what? Hey, that's not me hating. It's just that's how it is, because his approach is different. His investing style is different. I think that's where people kind of get mixed up right out of the gates. But, you know, Bitcoin has a lot of opponents against it. There's a lot of people that hate Bitcoin. And that's part of what tells you that it's good, right? Because all the good stuff now you see is getting censored, is getting attacked. You see mob mentality, calling people anti-Semitic, calling people racist, calling them this, calling them that, right? You know that somebody's onto something when they start triggering that sort of thing. And Bitcoin has always been triggering that. So it triggered this guy to write about it, and he doesn't really even know what he's talking about. Yeah, so the reason why the pump wasn't immediately clear, should be funny, wasn't so sad, blah, blah, blah. So somebody bought 20,000 Bitcoin, and then what it did was, because the books were so flat, the volume was so flat, and most people were still short, that is what it did is, as soon as that hit, that volume hit, is that it started triggering all the algorithms. So all the algo traders that had all their buy orders in, it started triggering those, and then everyone started looking, and it just kind of created this mini chaotic event, which was absolutely amazing to just kind of watch and see. But he talks about none of that, and he thinks, like, look, to be clear, Bitcoin is absolutely worthless by any real measure. Okay, what is a real measure? Something backing it, some sort of worth to it, right? Some sort of value to it, right? So then what's propping up the US dollar? Okay, let's be crystal clear here, folks. The only thing that props up a currency is trust in the transacting ability and the purchasing power of said thing. That's it. Yeah, it's just kind of silly. It's fake money. It's about as practical to use as monopoly money. Isn't the US dollar? I mean, with the way that they're printing it, quantitative easing, quantitative tightening, it's like laughable that you would say, oh, no, that's fine, but Bitcoin is the thing. You see where people's bias and their just kind of opinions change based on a fart in the wind or Monday, Tuesday, whatever. As it becomes more difficult to mine, it saps more and more energy, causing millions of tons of carbon dioxide. This has actually been proven wrong as well, but just some of these guys just won't let go of it. This alarming study that it's linking to right here was proven to be debunked months ago, but yet they won't let this go. What's the last one here? Death cult, spectators, death cult at this point. Yeah, look at that. Mining Bitcoin is actually more energy drain than blah, blah, blah. No, that's not true. So anyways, there you go. There's this piece. If you want to go jump on this and take a read through it, I just suggest don't. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin. First off, it is a deflationary asset, deflationary currency. Okay, so what that means is that there is a set amount. There is 21 million only ever created, ever existed. Actually, it's less than that. It's essentially 20,999,999, because when it was originally started and kicked over, that small percentage was lost. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's just say 21 million. So out of the gate, the laws of supply and demand will come into play here. So as demand goes up, supply goes down, price goes up. So now let's talk about burning and lost coins, and how the actual supply is not 21 million. It's a lot less than that. Some have speculated the number is somewhere between 3 and 5 million that have been lost. So take it as a grain of salt. And by the next halving, which is supposed to happen in May of 2020, 85% will have been mined. And so by the next halving in 2020, 85% will have been mined. So the reward will drop from 12.5 to 6.25 Bitcoin per block. Supply and demand in and of itself is such a powerful loss, powerful variables, right? That's a lot of what drives gold's price. And the only difference is that gold's markets can be manipulated quite easily, actually. We saw just within the last week and a half, 7,500 COMEX contracts getting dropped on a 1-minute chart for gold, and it completely tanking the price. Well, see, there's no ETFs for Bitcoin right now, so the only thing that's really manipulating Bitcoin is futures contracts. And one of those just shut down because they said the volume was too low. So that's a good thing. There's only one broker that offers future contracts on Bitcoin right now. If Bitcoin were to just exist without futures, without ETFs, and just with leveraging, people would not only make more money, out of day trading it and swing trading it. But I think overall the asset class would have a lot longer of a lifespan. I believe that a lot of the reason why the life has been sucked out of gold and silver is just because they want it that way. Let's not forget that JP Morgan has been carrying along the largest short position on silver since they took it over from Bear Stearns. And, you know, they're now on the chopping block for gold manipulation. So anyways, Bitcoin, you don't really have a lot of that. And with the volatility that naturally happens in a digital currency like this, I think that's what scares a lot of people away. They don't understand it and they don't like it. So it will always have its critics, okay? Supply and demand, there's only a certain amount of circulating supply. People can lose wallets all the time, and then the circulating supply goes down, so those coins are lost, dead. Also, when fees get really high, people don't really move around a lot of money, not the little guys, the big guys do. So it naturally has a lot of kind of lockup tendencies and kind of forced wallets that sit on different amounts of Bitcoin, okay? Which there's not a lot of wallets that actually hold a significant amount of Bitcoin. There's a small percentage. We're about to go over that in just a second. That's what you see on the screen. But anyways, let's just hit some other stats. Last year, the last time I pulled this stat, 271,000 wallets held 1 BTC. And right now, the amount of addresses looks to be 576,075. So somewhere between 1 and 10 Bitcoin. And it's over 500,000 accounts now, accounting for 2.4% and 8% of the total supply, 2.4% of the total addresses, okay? And here's another piece that I found. 96% is from a year ago. Bitcoin, 90% hold less than 0.1. There's not enough to go around, okay? With 21 million being the total circulating supply, that's not even the population of the LA County. Let's continue on. Now, let's look at the rest here. So, the most addresses, 48% of the total addresses, which account for 0.01% of the total supply of coins, is also the biggest amount of people. So that is still true. Most people hold nothing, like barely anything. As you go up, there's even smaller and smaller amount. Okay, so the amount of addresses that hold a big amount over 100,000 or more is 5. The amount up to 100,000 is 102. 1,000 to 10,000 is 1,871. Then we have 14,570 for 100 to 1,000. But yeah, and you can see here for yourself. Addresses richer than $1 US, 16 million. Addresses richer than $100, 5 million. Addresses richer than $1,000 US is 1,785,000. That's not bad. So there'll be 1 million people that are holding at least $1,000 in US dollar value in Bitcoin. Richer than $10,000, 392,933. More than 100,000 US dollars, 96,930. More than 1,000,790, and more than 10,743. Think about that for a second. Like, if Bitcoin was really just this kind of scam, this thing that who knows why it's lasted a decade, there's no value, it's completely obnoxious, it uses all this energy, its carbon footprint and fossil fuel usage is just through the roof, and it's completely absurd, the government should shut it down. All these people wouldn't be holding it. If it was just this speculator crapshoot, then they would not have that many people involved in it. And it definitely would not have this many people involved in it after a 1-year bear market. You know, I'm still in it too. And most people, if you look at most YouTube channels, they've been shaken out completely and they just stopped, quit, walked away. You know, that's one comment I want to make here really quick too, is that I love the crypto community because, especially on YouTube, there's so many different personalities that all bring something valuable to the table. You know, you have private communities based on coins that they love, like some people all into day trading, all into swing trading. Other people are into holding. Other people are into these coins, XRP by itself. Other people are just into Bitcoin. And yeah, people definitely bump heads and claim that their coin is the best and all that. And that's similar with religion and other things too. But for the most part, you've got a ton of people who are just adding value to the marketplace and they are bringing their unique perspective. And a lot of them bring really, really great information. You don't see that in other money markets. In other money markets, you see way more of a divide. Let's look at traditional money markets, personal finance. Most of these guys are just money grabbing. And it especially cracks me up when I see a finance guy, a personal finance guy trying to talk about Bitcoin, because most of them have no clue what they're talking about. And you can tell. But, you know, other markets like that, you have a lot more people that are involved in, you know, the money grab. So with crypto, I personally love it, you know, and I appreciate what everybody brings to the table. So anyways, I think you can fully digest this data. You can go to the link if you want to, bitinfocharts.com. Next, I wanted to just show you this one piece is the second largest holder, 119,538 Bitcoin as $591 million worth. They account for percentage of coins, 0.6% of the total coins. 5,622 ins and 4,600 outs. They are an active trader. They are actively accumulating and use this account as their primary account to pull in and out of. Whereas this holder is not. This is just buy orders, you know, just buying and accumulating, buying and accumulating. So I just thought that was interesting. And then you see the next couple, a little bit more active, way less outs than ins. Okay, that's a good sign. Even this, way less. Okay, and so these two are just cold storage wallets, not even getting touched. Just 11 ins, 48 ins, 269 ins, 74 ins, 46, 9. You see the pattern here? 21, 8. Just not getting touched, not even getting touched. Okay, so again, I think that proves my point, right? Like if it was this scam, it wouldn't really be generating this sort of frenzy. And I think that's what scares people about it, and they don't like it. Back to some Bitcoin basics here. Mining rewards have every 210,000 blocks, or roughly about every 4 years. When's the next one gonna happen? It is gonna happen May 2020. The first halving happened in November 2012. The second happened July 2016. And what do you know? Both were precedent for a significant wave in Bitcoin adoption, but also too both signaled a huge bull market about 12 months after the halving. And I think this year it's going to happen a little bit quicker. I think this year, August, things are really going to start to pick up. I've already kind of changed my strategy a little bit based on what I've seen over the last 24 hours. And I'll shoot actually, I'm thinking of shooting a full Bitcoin price analysis video. Let me know in the comments section if you want to hear that. So the first halving in 2012, the Bitcoin price rose from $12 to 140. Weeks after the second halving in 2016, Bitcoin started a rally that propelled its price from 582 to the 20,000 run that we saw, and the December low, what a lot of people believe to be the last of the bear cycle, and now we're going to start the next 4-year bull cycle again. So instead of 1,800 new Bitcoins available per day after the 2020 halving, there will only be 900. So naturally, supply and demand will start to take over, okay? I already told you that 85% of Bitcoins will have been mined at that point at the halving, which is good, okay? So 85% of that has been mined at that point. And you know that for absolute fact, unlike gold, because you can't find more reserves and more new mines of Bitcoin. That is the absolute max, okay? Okay, that's all I've got for you in this video, but I just wanted to bring this up because a lot of people have obviously been talking about it. It's been really hot on Twitter, really hot on YouTube as well, and everyone's kind of, people who aren't in it are all wondering what the heck just happened. And obviously you got a ton of people who got burned at the tail end of 2017 into 2018. I did as well, but you know, I stuck around because I don't look at it so black and white, like win, loss, fail, success, I'm great, I suck. It's more like, here's what happened, and what can we learn from it? And then how can we apply that to the future so that we can keep moving forward? I never look at anything as some definitive start or finish. It's more just a continuation, and how can we take that and apply that? And that's what we've done. And I can tell you what, the success and the things that I've set up now are tenfold what I was doing back in 2017 when I first started, and 2018 during the bear market. The bear market definitely did its job of shaking out a lot of the speculators. And even now, I guarantee you people won't really start giving a shit about Bitcoin until it gets over $10,000 again. $6,000 will be a good milestone for it as well. And you can see now that it's already started to wake up. So if you haven't gotten involved in Bitcoin and started to diversify your portfolio into it, I suggest checking it out. If you got any questions, you can just join our Discord, or, you know, reach out via email, and I'll be sure to answer as best as I can. But if you're brand new to the channel and you like what we're doing here, this is what we talk about. We talk about personal finance, we talk about macroeconomy, and everything in between. Guys, go ahead and subscribe, click the bell notification. If you want to show us some support, just click the like button. And if you got something to say, place a comment underneath. Be on the lookout. More videos dropping soon, my friends. Bye.